All right. Video by Hero Hei. Bluesky is in serious trouble and users are devastated. Oh boy. Actually, my friend was sending me stuff on Bluesky about the riots, and it was like complete opposite of like other stuff. So like I kind of, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Bluesky is like a kind of different world. All right,
Welcome
here we
back,
go.
guys. Hope you've had a great weekend so far. Today, we're talking about Bluesky, but not in the usual context of the voice actor click over on Bluesky. Today, we're taking a look at Bluesky itself, as things are getting pretty bad over on Bluesky, causing people on the Bluesky subreddit to make posts like this, saying not enough people are doing their part. So largely speaking, ever since I made the jump from Twitter to Bluesky, I've been trying to rally as many artists as I can to make a Bluesky account. I've even made a thread that can help those artists get their footing a bit better. I, however, am getting worried as I'm noticing a decline in Bluesky growth. Now, I'll never claim
The problem is this is the problem is that nobody else wants to move onto Bluesky. So it's basically going to be the artist, and like the artists need other people to see their stuff that aren't artists as well. Right? So you have like a bunch of artists like only looking at each other's stuff. Everybody else is on X because that's people don't care really about this stuff. Most people don't. And the thing is like when you split yourself off to like a place where like most people don't really care about like what you're talking about, at least you want the largest amount. You want the largest amount of people possible. It's always going to be harder to like kind of hit like a niche. And like, let's be real, like anime is kind of, how do I explain it? Anime has like a lot of variety in people and like worldviews and stuff. And if you cut out like half of them, then I mean, it's kind of, you're going to get less views, right? And it's just kind of people don't want to move over either because all their friends are on X, right? So it becomes this weird thing where it's like they don't really want to move off of X, but it's kind of like they kind of have to say it. They kind of have to say that they do want to, but then you're gonna get less views. So it's kind of like, well, there's nobody looking at my stuff on Bluesky, and then it's like, oh well, I guess I'll have to go back. And then that's why there's a lot of cases of people like going to Bluesky, like, oh, like I'm out of here, like fuck this, and then they end up coming back to X because there's just more views on X.
know if that's normal or not, as I'm not a tech guy and never have been. But it does concern me that we finally get a place that cares about us, only for a lot of people to just be silent about it, not helping enough. We need to have more people direct these artists to the site, genuinely. Even if it means copy-pasting the same message, more people need to hear about this. Oh yeah, let's just spam a bunch of the same stuff, that'll definitely help. I've been doing it all from artists on Twitter, Pixiv, DA, Newgrounds, heck, even Ink Bunny 2 different times. Need more people to know, or the site's just going to be swept under the rug. Now look, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not here to shill for Twitter. I don't care if you use it or don't use it. You can take a look at my Twitter account, for example, and see that my own activity on Twitter is extremely minimal, especially last year.
Yeah,
I
same.
basically didn't post at all last
I
year.
basically only post
A
food.
handful of posts, if that. It's only like the last month that I've started becoming somewhat active again, and half that activity is basically on my VTuber Twitter account, where I've been interacting with people who are sending me art, and especially like art of a certain type, a certain niche. Is that the way of putting it? The point I'm getting at is that it sucks for artists who went to Bluesky hoping it would be like a better place, only to be met with disappointment, as by far most of the activity on Bluesky seems to be like non-stop political brain rot slot posting. On that note, that takes us to the next post that reads, "The best way to help Bluesky succeed is to share funny, interesting, and creative posts." I know this sounds like a no-brainer, but I feel a lot of us need a reality check. Guilt-tripping people, making it some activist cause, or a crusade against Twitter definitely does have
The problem is they already did it. Like the well is already poisoned. That like anytime you hear like for instance, right? Like anytime you hear someone say like, "Oh yeah, like so and so like moved to Bluesky," it's like you immediately think it's because of like those reasons, right? Those like kind of political reasons. It's like it's already poisoned.
some use, but it doesn't have broad appeal. The general internet goer has a stronger reaction to a post or website being cringe than they do it being a racist Nazi platform. As sad as it is, that's just the reality of things. Cross-post as much as you can. Whenever you see a funny, interesting, or creative post, share it with your group chat. Make it a screenshot and post it cross-platform. This is how social media actually spreads and grows. What I find especially funny about this post is the beginning says that we need to get a reality check. That person goes on to refer to Twitter as a racist Nazi platform. That's the exact sort of rhetoric that this person's talking about
They're not really wrong. Okay. They're not really wrong. There are racists and there are Nazis on there, but it's a platform for whoever to say whatever you want. A lot of people say a lot of whatever they want on there. And yes, are there racists and are there Nazis on there? Of course. When you have a platform that you're making the town square and it's not sterilized specifically for your worldview, then yes, you're going to see stuff on there. And the thing is again, guys, like, what's their definition of like a Nazi and a racist? It's very broad, right? It's like probably like 90% of people fit within the racist Nazi, according to these people, probably fits in there. But there are actual racists and Nazis on X. For sure. I've seen it.
Initially, as being like not actually good. Like it's actually hurting like them on Bluesky more than helping them by.
It's like I said, guys, I saw the Blue Archive posts. Okay, guys, I've seen those Blue Archive posts. I know there's racist and Nazis, KKKs on X. There definitely are.
Constantly referring to Twitter and Twitter users as like Nazis in the Nazi platform. But then dude literally does the same thing again later in the post. Like, who's gonna want to be stuck on a platform where everyone there is saying a bunch of extremist rhetoric like that? Lying about people and falsely accusing people. Like, hey, come to Bluesky and be stuck in this hive mind of weirdos. Yeah, that's a great selling point. Oh, hold on. Oh no, what's this?
But like, let's be real. On Bluesky, there's a lot of people that are just like the same, but they're like the opposite. Right? There's like the kind of like turbo violent, like Antifa commie, like BLM people on there as well.
These usage statistics are rather worrying.
I don't know what term for them. I don't know what the term is for them really, but there's a lot of that too. And racists too. By the way, lots of racists on Bluesky as well.
Going on to link some analytics about
they're just racist against the quote unquote right people. So
Bluesky stats that are
we've already established
good.
that they're very
Spoiler
racist.
Alert 2, we'll take a look at a much more recent post just from yesterday.
Woke, I guess
where
woke,
things
yeah,
continue
woke.
to get even worse. We can see, according to these analytics, daily likers are trending down, daily posters are trending down, daily followers are trending down, daily records are also trending down. Back to that post, there is immense cope in the comments, in the replies here, and it's actually hilarious, sorting by best on Reddit. The first top comment here basically has this person trying to suggest that, well, the analytics are only down because a bunch of bots are getting banned. That's got to be it, guys. That explains it all. But the next top comment has a different theory. Well, the analytics are down because clearly the weather's getting nicer in the northern hemisphere. People are using social media less, guys. That's what's going on here. It's the weather. Bluesky is failing because of the weather, guys. Don't you know? Come on. And then this one going on to say that Bluesky is just less addictive
nuclear
than
levels.
most, but it's a good thing. Now look, some studies do claim that social media use does increase when the weather's bad, but regarding an entire platform,
you know, is Ultron in the game yet? Is he in the game now?
Because of that, it seems like a dubious claim, in particular because, first of all, the studies have extremely small sample sizes, and second of all, perhaps even more importantly though, is that, well, worldwide the weather's going to be different in different places.
I thought they were at Blade.
So it's really hard to actually come to a valuable assessment based off such metrics. And when it comes to Bluesky's plummeting engagement rates, plummeting analytics overall, well, there's certainly more important factors to analyze than just trying to say it's because of the weather. That really comes off like a bunch of cope. Oh my gosh. What the frick? Someone else said it's the weather too. No way, bro. It's probably the weather, honestly. When you get a new job, my dad said, make yourself noticed. Let them forget it.
Yeah, it's just the weather because, like, you know, we get out so much, you know, we touch so much grass. That's why.
About you, then make them realize they can't live without you. It's probably good for Bluesky to fix problems for a few months.
Signed, extremely terminally online.
That way, when we need it, when Twitter implodes.
Guys, I just realized, like, because I forage now, like, I forage a lot now. Like, am I still terminally online? Do I still count as terminally online? Even though I touch grass every day? Do I don't count? No? Yes, I'm still terminally online? Man.
It will be robust and take over. Yeah, we'll see about that, won't we? And yet things continue to get even worse. We got this post that reads,
I'm in recovery.
interactions, responses, and likes way down last month.
I might go tomorrow. I might pick some berries tomorrow. I got like some dewberries. Maybe I'll ask my friend if he wants to go. Man.
Anyone else have their post interactions, responses, and likes decline drastically in the last
I have IRL friends now. It's weird.
month since Muskite left the WH? Has a lot of people returned to X, formerly known as Twitter? Just curious if others have experienced this too. No, I'm not here to bash Bluesky. I left X. We can see a top post here reading, I feel like Bluesky is
I'm still the same though. I'm still the same. Like I hung out the other day and I didn't really talk very much.
generally down in excitement.
I'm still kind of
less
shy
and less
still.
people I'm following post, and less people sign up to Blues.
Unless you talk to me about mushrooms. You talking about mushrooms? You talking to me about mushrooms or mushrooms, TTRPGs, or magical girls? I will fucking go off. I will go off. It's like I achieved like my second form, you know?
Guy, it's not a good sign. To be a strong platform needs fresh blood constantly. Response reading. The rollout of features has been too slow for most people. I get Bluesky as a small team, but that's not going to stop people from leaving once they get tired of waiting for features other sites already have. Conversely, however, this response saying, nope, still totally normal for me, and this one saying, my interaction levels feel normal personally. But then we've got this one. It says, yup, I gave up and deactivated last week. My first couple months on the platform, starting December last year, I got 1,400 followers, including many of the heavy hitters who don't follow many people. Tons of engagement. It was great. Tons of great accounts to follow, and it was nice to have my ideas heard. The past couple of months, if I make one non-reply post per day, maybe one...
Can't you just multi-tweet? When is somebody going to invent multi-tweeting? Then I think that's the best way to save Bluesky, honestly. Is like write an app where you can multi-tweet. And you just like syndicate all of your posts on like every single like tweet platform. Yeah, why don't they just do that? Just do that. That's the best way to save it.
Per month or less gets more than 5 likes. And usually that's if one of the bigger accounts sees and reshares it. A non-reply post getting seen on its own seems...
You like going out to eat and fast food that's not delivered? I do, because like I like eating like delicious food. I had some catfish today and it was... I had blackened catfish with shrimp etouffee for like lunch, and it was so good.
Virtually impossible in recent months.
I was gonna cry. It was so delicious.
Or they have shadow bans, and I have no idea why I'd be subjected to that. Similar content will get hundreds of likes on Threads, even though I only have around 650 followers over there. That platform, of course, has its own issues, but I'm just sharing my comparison experience. And I know someone's gonna say this is complaining, whatever, it's not. Just stating facts and concurring with OP that engagement is way down lately. I'll reactivate in a month or two and see if anything's changed. And there's this one that says deader than a doorknob. It's like I'm talking into a large empty void. I left Twitter and had a ton of followers, constant engagement, likes, retweets, and then deleted and went to Bluesky. It's dead Ned. But hold on, guys. Maybe we were wrong. Bluesky's growing again. Let's hope this trend continues. From just one day ago. This made by a top 1% poster on the Bluesky subreddit. They must know what they're talking about. They added on to this saying, on the 7-day Bluesky stats charts, we're finally seeing green numbers. Wow. Let's take a look at these green numbers. Wait, there's red too. Uh-oh. Daily users on Bluesky down 0.2%. Daily posters on Bluesky up 0.3%. Daily posts on Bluesky up 0.1%. Daily likes on Bluesky up 6.1%. Daily likers on Bluesky up...
I heard you can eat a death cap in Stone Shard and die.
0.3%.
Sounds like my kind of game.
Oh my gosh. No, this one can't be right. Daily follows on Bluesky down 0.132%. Well, that's fine. This is definitely good news, right? A top response reading. Those daily active users are not a good sign. I want nothing but the best for Bluesky, but this app will likely remain a very niche product that doesn't reach mass market appeal. They don't seem to have the bandwidth to build this app in a way that scales fast or attracts Twitter users. And as terrible as Twitter is, people still use it.
You want to know why? It's because people go on X for like raw, unfiltered stuff. If you guys think about it, like X is kind of like it's like normie 4chan now. It's like anyone can say whatever they want on it, as long as you're not being violent.
Response they got reading, quote, as terrible as Twitter is, unquote, why do you want to recruit those users? If that site is so terrible, why would you want those people to come over?
Yeah, people like that it's raw and like real, and like you can see like different you know, there's gonna be there's gonna be there's gonna be people for you and group and people to follow for you, like regardless of who you are on X. And I think that's the appeal to it, basically, is that it's like it is all of humanity, right? The good and the bad.
Bluesky, to what end? To make it worse here? Bluesky more than doubled its user base in 6 months, which was more than 30 times growth a year ago when it opened up. It's growing just fine for a social network. We're just corporated pilled to assume anything but exponential metric explosive growth is somehow a failure. Response to them, reading, you know that Twitter isn't just politics, right? What about the anime community on Twitter, which is very active? Don't you want them?
Mm-hmm.
I follow countless accounts that follow anime, news, artists, voice actors, and friends sharing what they're watching. The majority of anime community I see outside artists on Twitter are reactionaries and drama accounts.
Can't be me.
Who use anime like any other pop culture thing to radicalize young people.
Yeah, that's why I'm anime, and that's why I like anime and games, because I'm actually just a psyop, and I'm actually just a psyop, and I'm here to radicalize all of the young people.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's
Mostly
true.
young men to right-wing causes. I'm not interested in courting those people over to Bluesky, no. The brain rot. This is what I mean, dude. Some of these people are so freaking
Thank you for
brain
contributing
rotted,
to the
it's sad.
psyop, everybody.
That's what Al says to them. Yeah, I don't know what side of Twitter you're on, but there's a bunch of anime accounts that don't do the things you say, and this doesn't take into account every other topic where they have a gigantic advantage. I've tried seeing if my favorite fandom exists on Bluesky, and 9 times out of 10, it's absolute crickets. That's not even mentioning other languages, where the Bird app has an even more gigantic leap. Pretending like Twitter is full of devious users who only spread hate is like thinking people who drive cars hate the environment and litter everywhere they go. But yeah, that sort of person is like the average Bluesky user, completely brain rotted, politically obsessed, and delusional.
Oh my god, Master Seto, thank you so much. Thank you for 5,000 bits, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Congrats, Leaf, on hitting 100k subs on YouTube. You did it. Now hit 1 million. Dude, there's no way, man. Dude, there's no way. I'm like, I don't know, man. Honestly, that'd be really uncomfortable. I'm gonna be real. Like actually, okay, guys, if you like had like a button and you were like, press this button, Leaf, to have like 1 million subs, I don't even know if I'd press it. I'd be like too scared. I'd have to think about it.
Another response here.
Thank you, Master Shadow. Thank you.
Basically plateaued. I mean, it'll be what it is for those still using it, but the days of
Julio, you're talking to the person that stopped streaming. That like I stopped streaming because it was like it made me nervous, basically, because it was like there. I stopped streaming like man, and then I just stopped streaming because it was just like too much. I don't know. I don't explain it.
fast growth are over. The Big Tell, the biggest follower base, AOC, has already stopped posting on Bluesky, and has only been posting back on X. The responses they got reading, AOC's team needs to learn how to cross-post, but that chart shows numbers that are quite healthy for a new site. Wow, I didn't know AOC stopped. That is not good for Bluesky. Bluesky is larger than AOC. So yeah, it's really not looking good over there, but let me know what you think about this stuff. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed my coverage. If you did, please consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, Hero Hei. I'll link you guys the video. So I mean, just like my thoughts on it. Basically, it's like I said, is that Bluesky is kind of a niche, and it kind of, even though they didn't advertise it as a niche, people kind of made it into a niche of like, that's where I go. That's where I go when I'm pissed off because of like there's like too many right-wing extremists on the platform. I want to go like talk about my woke stuff elsewhere. That's kind of how everyone sees Bluesky. Like honestly, like I can't think of a single person that like you like you think about Blue Sky and that's not the first thing you think of. It's like, oh yeah, that's where like everybody went because like they were too woke for X, right?